welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe, and for those of you that are back, thank you so much for coming back. I love the comments you guys left on my last video. I'm very pleased with the views that I received for it being my first video, so thank you so much for your support. And I am here to finish all the questions that you guys had sent me through DM, text, or you had written down on my picture on the Instagram page. So first and foremost, I want to clarify I didn't say this in the last video, and I wanted to make sure you guys knew what was the purpose of this YouTube channel. I am a makeup artist, but this is not going to be a strictly makeup kind of channel. I want this channel to be about beauty, of course, but I also want it to be about current events. I want to give my opinion on what's going on around the world right now. We're going through very tough times. I want us to be able to dialogue, for me to be able to express myself through this channel, to maybe inspire business women, entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneur moms. I myself, I don't consider, well, I have the entrepreneur spirit. I still have not gotten to the levels I want to be at, but those are my goals. So I want to take you guys on that journey with me. So this is the purpose of this channel. Some days I'm going to be vlogging. You guys are going to be coming along with me to do reviews on certain places, just to share my insight of my experiences if I feel that you guys can benefit from anything that I'm doing that day. So it's not going to be a vlog every day. I'm not going to be, as of right now, I don't think I'm going to be taking my camera everywhere with me, but if I feel that I'm doing something exciting that I want you guys to come along, I will definitely be creating vlogs for exciting days. So I'm excited about that. So without further ado, let's continue with these questions. So another question was, how was my pregnancy? My pregnancy was amazing, guys. I absolutely had the most amazing pregnancy. If I threw up maybe 3 times throughout the whole pregnancy, that was it. But I didn't get any morning sickness. I was always in a great mood. I loved being pregnant. I felt beautiful. I didn't get swollen. You know, there's women who experience all the swelling, and especially at the end of that 9 month. Some women can't sleep. I had no trouble with any of that, and knock on wood, I am praying that my next pregnancy is just as beautiful as this first one. But it was amazing, guys. It was an amazing experience from beginning to end. I did not end up having a natural birth. I don't understand why. My son did not want to come out. He was very comfortable in there. But I was very active throughout my whole pregnancy. I worked my whole 9 months. I came out of work like maybe 2 weeks before my due date. But I stopped working 2 weeks, and I actually didn't give birth until my 3rd week out of work because I was late. I was overdue by a week. So my son was really not cooperating. They started inducing me, but I didn't dilate at all. So I told the doctor to just take him out. I mean, he was getting very big. I'm a very tiny, petite person, and the doctor decided that it was also the best option for me. So I did have a C-section. I had a panic attack in the middle of it, but that's something, that's another story. I do get panic attacks sometimes. Not very frequent, but I've gotten panic attacks in the past. And I did get one when I was being performed a C-section. Just the fact that I couldn't feel like my body, I just didn't like the feeling of not having control over my body. That's what freaks me out. So I'm a very, I like to feel like I have control over everything, and I know that that's a problem I need to work on, and I am working on it. But the fact that I could not feel my body, even though I knew this was going to happen, when I actually felt it, I went into a total panic. But luckily, I had my husband there to support me. He was amazing the whole time. He was so calm, which was so helpful for me, because when you're panicking, the person that's next to you has to be very calm in order to be able to calm you down. 2 people panicking at the same time just does not work. So he was very calm, and he was able to soothe me at the time. But once I heard my baby come out, that was it. I forgot about everything. I saw him. It was just a beautiful, beautiful moment. I forgot everything in that instance. And that was it. The rest was very nice and smooth. Yes, it was very painful afterwards because it's a major surgery. But I can't complain. It went well. So, let's see what else. What else is here? So, somebody wanted to know if I could do an everyday kind of makeup look. So I will be doing that in a tutorial in the future. So I'm working on creating a tutorial for an everyday type of look, which is my favorite because I am a mom myself and I don't have time to be doing the whole 360 with my makeup every day. I absolutely do not do that on a daily basis. If you guys see today, you know, today is, I just came from work not so long ago. I promised you guys I was gonna finish this video. So I don't have much on my face. I don't have foundation on my face. The only thing I have is lipstick. Things I cannot come out my house without are 1, concealer, so that I don't look like I'm dead. 2, blush, and 3, my lipstick. Those are 3 things that I do not leave my house without, unless I'm absolutely in an extreme rush, which I always am. But I try to look a little lively with my little lipstick, my blush, and my concealer. So those are 3 things that I use, that I can use Monday through Friday, and that I can do something very simple, just 5 minutes, and I'm out the door. So that's that. So I will be doing, wait for that tutorial, I will be doing it very soon. Next question. Someone asked, what are my favorite drugstore makeup products? So, this was actually a very good question because I'm not a name brand type of girl. If I find something in the drugstore doing rewriting, CVS, and I feel is good quality, I don't care what name brand it is, I don't care how much it costs, the less the better. Actually, the less it costs the better, of course. I'm all about savings. Now, if there's something that costs a little and I know it's worth it, obviously I am gonna get it, but I'm not a name brand kind of chick. So when I first started doing makeup, actually almost all my makeup was drugstore makeup. But these are, I picked out 4 of my favorite right now from the drugstore. The first is the Clump Crusher Water Resistance Mascara. So the first product I'm going to share with you guys that is bought at the drugstore is the Clump Crusher by Lash Blast. It's water resistant by Maybelline. No, Maybelline, oh my god, CoverGirl. So this is a mascara I'm using right now. It goes for like $11, $12, and it's a very good mascara. The following product is by L'Oreal, and it's a 24-hour Infallible Pro Matte foundation. It's an amazing, amazing foundation. It says it's 24 hours, and it is. It really, really is, guys. It will last you all day. And this is the Pro Matte. So this is amazing for the summertime, for those people who have very oily skin. It goes for like $11, $12 too. So it's not pricey at all. It's a small, you know, bottle, but for one person, this is enough. This will last you a very long time. And yeah, it's amazing. I love it. For those of you that might have dry skin, this might not be ideal for you guys, but I did see now that they have a new one that is more Pro Glow, so that one might work better for you guys. But for those of you who have oily skin, and for the summertime, this is an amazing foundation to buy. The next product I have here is a lipstick by NYX. And these go for like $6, $7. This is the Soft Matte Lip Cream. These are also very good I find that for the price, they're very pigmented and they last you a while. They're long lasting on your lips. And the last product I have here is the Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer by LA Girl. I love these concealers. I love the consistency and I love the coverage. Unless you have very, very bad dark circles, very dark circles, this is an amazing concealer. I find that is the perfect coverage and it's a perfect consistency. I try to stay away from concealers that are too thick in consistency because they are obviously gonna, more likely than not, get into the lines that we have underneath the eyes if we have any. I know for me that's a problem because I have very big eyes, very big round eyes, and I have like two lines underneath my eyes. So if I have a very thick consistency concealer, throughout the day it can get inside those lines. So I love this. Is like my favorite concealer right now, and I usually go for the natural. This is the GC972, the natural color. So this one works perfectly for me. So the next question is, what is my experience with motherhood and is it difficult? Motherhood is an amazing thing. I don't want to scare anybody off. If you aspire to be a mother, it's a beautiful thing. I didn't plan my pregnancy, it just happened. But I honestly feel it was the perfect timing. I had my baby when I was 23. I always said I wanted to have a baby when I was 25, but that wasn't God's plans. God's plans was for me to have a baby at 23, and that's what happened. And it couldn't have been a better time. Now, I do want to say having a child changes your life completely. It's not about you anymore. It's about taking care of that baby. It's about that baby knowing that they have your support. It's about teaching them values. There's a lot to parenting, you know, and although I do feel that some parents take certain things that shouldn't be taken lightly, very lightly, I feel that as parents, especially of this generation, we have a big task in our hands. We're going through very difficult times, and it is up to us to instill those values that our parents taught us to our children. We need to teach our kids to grow with love. Love is very much needed in this world right now. Our kids need to feel loved, and they need to share that love with their friends and whoever that they meet. So, is parenting difficult? It is difficult, you know, it's gonna require sacrifice, but is it worth it? It absolutely is. So all I'm saying is, when you're gonna have a child, just make sure that the child is gonna have the support that it needs. I am very blessed. My husband is an amazing father. I have an amazing mother who takes care of him Monday through Friday while I'm at work, so I have no worries whatsoever while I'm at work because he's with my mother. Nobody better than my mother to take care of my son. So I am worry-free Monday through Friday. And I have her to ask questions, you know. Being a mother doesn't come with a manual like they say. So it's very important to have someone, even if it's not your mother, maybe you don't have your mother there, but an aunt, a close friend that's been there already to guide you when you have questions. Of course, we have the internet nowadays, but there is nothing that compares to the advice of your own mother. And you know how your mother was, she raised you. So it's always nice to have that support and to also make sure that you choose the right person to be the parent, the dad of your child. It doesn't always work out in relationships, you know, things happen, you might have a child with someone, it just didn't work out, but just make sure that that person, you know, is going to be a great father. You know, what best feeling than to know that your child is going to have a great relationship with their dad, whether you're with them or not. So it is something to really think about. Like I said, life isn't perfect, things happen. Don't blame yourself too much if it just didn't work out and maybe he turned out to be a, you know what, but try to be the best mom that you can be, you know, in that case. So yeah, it's not a very easy task, but it's one that is well worth it. So a very interesting question I received was, what is my long-term goals? So as of right now, life changes, you know, it goes round and round and you change your mind. But I've always felt like I wanted to make an impact on people. I didn't know how I was gonna go about it. I didn't know how I was gonna do it. But recently, you know, I've kept getting messages from people, do you have a YouTube channel? Are you gonna have a YouTube channel? And that opened up the idea of, you know what? Why not have a YouTube channel and use my channel to influence, to inspire, to take people along with me on my journey to be successful. For me, being successful is being able to say that I inspire others. For me, success is being able to have an amazing family, to have an amazing family bond, to be able to bond and have an amazing time with my family, to be able to control my time and be able to say when I can have that time with my family. Because let's face it, we all work, most of us work full-time, and there's very little time to be spent with our family, and I feel that we are so controlled by our jobs, and that is one thing that I absolutely hate, but it is the reality, and that is my goal, to be an inspiring influencer, to be a motivational influencer, to acquire financial freedom. That is my goal. So one day, own my own cosmetic line. You know, I am into makeup, so why not have my own cosmetic line? I dream big, you know, and I just threw a couple of things out at you, but I'm constantly thinking of what I can do in the future with my life. And it constantly changes, but it's for the better. You know, I start to get better ideas, and I just hope that God guides me the right path. And I think I just did my first step by creating this channel and sharing my experiences with you guys. And to wrap up this video, I want to share this book that I have with you guys. I shared it before on my Instagram, and this book is called Moments of Peace in the Presence of God. And so lately I've been using this book to take a hold of my life spiritually and to feel more closer to God, because sometimes we tend to lose our way and we get so distracted with what's going on in the world, and we can get depressed, and we can get anxiety, and we can get panicky because of everything that's going on. And so I found this book in Target. I believe it was in Target. I think it was. But look for it online. I'm pretty sure you guys can find it. It's called Moments of Peace in the Presence of God. And it is morning and evening meditations for every day of the year. So for every day, there is a prayer for the morning time, and there is a prayer for the evening time before you go to bed. And I've been finding that me reading this in the morning, I just start with a very fresh, happy perspective. And by reading this at night before I go to bed more peacefully, and I kind of shut down my mind, because we tend to go to bed but our minds are still going. So I've had that problem before. I think people that are very creative and very ambitious in life tend to have that problem, and not even just with your head is filled with problems, with things that happen throughout the day, and sometimes we just don't know how to shut it off. So it's nice to have this book. Do the prayer before you go to bed and just let it go. Shut it all down and go to bed in peace. That is what God wants for us. He wants us to be in peace with ourselves. And it's very hard sometimes to shut everything out. But I recommend this book, I really do. It's a great book. I feel like it has been helping me when I do the prayer before going to bed. So try it out, guys. Well, that is all for this video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below, and I see you guys next time.